Hey Sun Space Sun, I'm Daisy Victoria, and today we're going to make a very simple medieval hood, which I've also embroidered to make it extra fun. Now I love a good medieval hood. It's something we see throughout time with such a wide variety of outfits. Hoods exist in many variations throughout the Middle Ages, and today we are going to try a very specific pattern. Today's hood is patterned after a find from Skjoldehamn, Norway. The grave in this find is dated to the 11th century, and the hood is made using simple rectangular construction. To make this hood, first we need a few measurements. I'm measuring around the crown of my head. Next, I'm measuring the length of the hood, so from the top of my head down to where the bottom hem of the hood will be. And then we need the measurement around the face. Now I like to give this a little bit of ease so it's not super tight on my face. Just for my styling purposes, you can do yours however you like. The hood is pretty simple to pattern. It's basically a big rectangle, and then there are two squares on the sides, so they basically look like triangles because we're going to insert them in between the two sides of that very long rectangle. The length that we measured creates the length of the long rectangle. The face opening creates the face opening as labeled. And then the crown of the head creates the depth of the long rectangle. For my hood, I'm using a pretty thick black wool. In fact, it's thick enough that I'm not going to line it, and I think it's going to have plenty of substantial body for at least mild winter weather. This is a wool that I got at Pendleton down in Portland, Oregon, probably sometime last year when I happened to be driving through the area. Now for my hood, the length of that very long rectangle is the full length, like from one end of the hem over my head over down to the other end, so twice that total length that I measured. Half the distance around the crown of my head becomes the depth of the hood. And I figured out that little square that I'm adding to the bottom by subtracting my face opening from the total length of the hood. So the remainder from face to lower edge is that inserted square. Next up is a totally optional portion of the project. I decided I'd rather not just have a plain hood when I can do machine embroidery, because machine embroidery is kind of my new thing now that I'm learning to do it. I found this really lovely design that was already digitized by Art Embroidery Designs. It's from the medieval manuscripts that feature rabbits hunting. This is a particular one where the rabbit is riding on a dog with a snail on his hand, so pretty cute. And I decided to embroider both the front and the back panels. The front and back panels are squares. I'm attaching them one side to one end of my very long rectangle that goes the full length of the hood. And notice I'm attaching one side of the square, whereas it's going to become like a diagonal shape when the hood is finished. So now I'm taking the other end of the very long piece and I'm attaching that to the other side of each of those squares that goes on the front and back of the hood. After I attached these, I sewed the back of the hood shut, so all the way from that insert square up to the top. And then for the front of the hood, we're leaving that portion open for the face, but I did stitch a little bit on top of the insert panel there just to make it extra stable. As you can see here, I serged my seams on the inside to finish them off. You can also finish your seams however you like. I decided to hem my hood by folding the edge under and hand stitching that down. Here you can see where I've stitched the hood together right on top of that front insert piece or gore. So this brings us to our hood, which is patterned in the manner similar to the Skjoldehamn hood. Most medieval hoods are patterned in some variation of this, but this one in particular is just a very straightforward pattern. It's easy to use, it's so user-friendly, and I think what we have here is a base pattern for a variety of medieval hoods, or you can just keep it exactly how it is and just make Skjoldehamn hoods to your heart's content. Either way, I think it's a great pattern. It's versatile and it's easy. You can do this if you don't have a ton of experience. You can also do it if you do have a ton of experience, and you can totally make this hood your own. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, please drop a like and a comment down below the video. Don't forget to share it with your friends. The dress I'm wearing here is made of a plaid wool that I got from a friend who found it at a church sale. Plaids are found throughout the Middle Ages and in this period specifically. While the video is not about the dress, I did not film the making of the dress, so just as a note, it's kind of a standard late 14th to 15th century style. And I do have a video all about drafting the pattern for this dress, though I made a different dress in that video, it's the same pattern. And I also have a PDF tutorial that details patterning of this style of dress as well. You can find me on all the social medias as Daisy Viktoria. My website is daisyviktoria.com, and I have a Patreon if you'd like to help support my efforts. And if you do use this tutorial or you feel inspired in some way to make your own medieval hood, I would love to see it. I hope you have a wonderful magical day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.